Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Air Holler with me, MeHerd37. So we're going to do this flight here. I talked about that in the last episode. Terre Haute, KHUF, in Terre Haute, Indiana, over to South Lake Tahoe, which I believe is in California. That's KTVL. 56,677 pounds of spiel and spielware. Is that dishes and silverware? I can't remember. I've seen that a bunch of times before. Can't totally remember what it is. 1,512 miles. It's actually going to be about 1,600. I'll show you. FlightSim Commander. I had to make some of this myself. Now, I'm going to take runway 5, although one thing we could change about that, I just started up FSX and it actually went for runway 23. So I think we should probably change that because I flew in on 5, but it was using 23 as the active. So we could actually take this out real quick because I put those in there. Those waypoints. So let's come out here. Probably take that out as well. But Terre Haute, let's come out here. And I obviously don't want to fly straight over. Kind of want to take that out. But the next waypoint is over here. No, it's actually right here. At Cowles. Alright, so that'll work. Take this one right here. And we can take out Tim, or Tillman. And come over here to Coves or whatever. Although we could use that one right there. RG, what is this one right here? I'm going to have to zoom in to find out. But it's on the other side. So we'll just do it that way right there. Come over to the airway. And so what it was doing, it was actually bringing me over here and then coming up, and then I would have to come around because see, we're going to have to actually land with the wind because on this side it's actually a mountain, so you have to come in from this side. So we have the wind with us. It's runway 18 heading 174. It's got a Alice. It's actually just a localizer 108.90 heading 174 degrees. So I brought this airway over to this VOR not Kings. What is that? Mustang. So Reno. And then we come in around like that. And there are mountains over here, but I think if we come around like this, we should be just fine. Yeah, that is the flight plan. Alright, so I actually need to save that again. Since I made those changes, QualityWings as KHUF, KTVL. Let's save that. Alright. And over here to Air Holler, I've already loaded her up. So let's go over here on my flight. Let's fly this thing 757. I put in a bunch of extra fuel because we landed and literally got off the runway and it shut down on me last time. So we got 600 extra miles. It should be good. Although remember we're going to the west, we're going to be fighting the wind a little bit, but that should be plenty of fuel. And obviously I'm going to do a day flight. 1211 is fine because we are flying out to the west anyway. So yeah. Oh, by the way, the airport elevation is actually 6,263 feet. So remember, we're up in the mountains, and we'll be using Southern California for the scenery and openLC North America, like always, and South Lake Tahoe from FTX. I think all that is from FTX. All right, and with that, let's go ahead and move on over to the plane. All right, everybody, here we are at the plane, of course, right off the edge here. See if I can get rid of those ground gremlins, although I don't think I'm going to be able to. I think I'm stuck with them now for a good long while. I don't know, maybe it's the video card, I don't know. Alright, we're all started up here. Let's grab the FMC here. Alright, so we'll go over here to the index, bring up our flight plan. KHUF, KTVL. Activate and execute. Departures and arrivals. We're going to take off on 23 now. There is no SID, also no star. Arrival, runway is 18. Execute that. Let's go over here. Reserves, let's say 3 as always. Cruising altitude, we're going out to the west, let's say 34,000. And cost index is just 75. Could go lower Save some fuel, but I think we'll be alright. Okay, so takeoff V1 is, or V2 I should say, 151. And heading will be 230. What did I say, 34,000 for the takeoff, or takeoff for the cruising altitude. Alright, 34,000. Let's go ahead and flip on the flight director. LNAV, VNAV. Actually, took the LNAV. I didn't think it would. Alright. Taxi light is on. Parking brake is coming off. Wait, actually, before I do that, TCAS, and let's go over here real quick. I want to step through this real quick. See what she's. I don't know why she keeps flashing back like that every time it flips the page. Kind of messed up there. I didn't quite see the end of that. Let's bring up the range there. All right, so you can see it is bringing it in a lot better. All right, sweet. We could always take it manually and come in a little bit longer if we need to. Now remember, we flew a 747 in there. It's kind of difficult, but we got her done. Alright, so let's go ahead and taxi on up. We gotta move this back. And we'll just do a UE up there. And back to the runway, which is right behind us. Seated for departure. Alright, so we'll hang our UE here. Just go a little wider. There's no taxiways down to the right, so we have to do it this way. See, we haven't even, like, moved anywhere and I'm getting those flashes. It's really disappointing. Oh, that actually worked out rather nicely. $230. Oh, that looks good. We have to move that back to RTO. Flaps going to 15. And we'll stop right up here. Make sure nobody's coming. I don't see anyone on the TCAS, but just make sure. Everything looks clear to me. Let's take the runway. Landing lights and strobes are on. LNAV and VNAV, flaps are out. RTO, looks like we can pretty much just take off. Wait to hit the auto throttle arm, because last time it made us take off. Well, we hit auto throttles and then the LNAV, VNAV, and she just accelerated straight up there. I didn't even move the joystick, move the lever or nothing. Armed auto throttles. And let's go ahead and get on up. Push down on the yoke. Airspeed's alive.
80 knots.
We need to give that guy a name, like John or something.
V1. Rotate. V2.
How's right gears coming up?
Positive wing, gear up. Flaps 5.
Flaps 5.
Flaps 1.
Flaps 1. Everything looking good. I'm gonna go ahead and
Flaps up.
hit that because I will most certainly go over the 250. I have a problem with that. Go ahead and flip off our taxi light. Oh man, we are in some clouds already. We're not. It's like 2,500 feet, and we hit clouds like that. We didn't have any problem when we came in, which wasn't that long ago. A half hour ago or so, I think I came in. Yeah, I have a bad habit of always overspeeding under 10,000 when we take off, so I like to hit that before then. I should probably not do that though and just work on it a little bit. Man, there is nothing to see. It better not be like this in Lake Tahoe. Lake Tahoe is such a beautiful place. Now we're breaking above those clouds. Pretty blue sky. At least with E and B on. I don't know if I mentioned everything is in extremely dense, so you got the scenery as complex as can be, which may not be good for those little ground gremlins. I don't know. Let's check this. Wow, minus 119. Sure. 23:32. It puts us. Wow. Just over 6 hours. Of course, it won't take that long. That's what it says for now. 8,000 feet. Nicely above those clouds. Is it 288? 289 now? The thing always moves. Zero, 9,900 feet, 10,000. Now she's gonna gun it. Go as fast as we want to go now. See if she moves the time up. Yeah. See, I wish it would just calculate it correctly. I think PMGG does that. They count it correctly, but this one doesn't. It just kind of goes, I don't know. It doesn't calculate ahead. Alright, but let's see. Now 22:36. So less than, we'll come down here in a second, just less than 5 hours. That's coming way down. We should have plenty of fuel remaining, probably too much, to be quite honest. Alright, well, it's gonna be a long flight for me. It's gonna take some time. So I'm gonna go ahead and speed up, well, because we can't see anything either. Thought I saw a plane there for a second. Plane lights. Alright, but yeah, it's gonna take a while. So I'll go ahead and speed her on up, and I'll be back in just a little bit.
not fasten seatbelt sign. Please check that your seatbelt is securely fastened. To prepare for landing, it will be necessary to lift all service items, as well as any other items you wish to discard, such as newspapers.
Alright, everybody's slowing it down. You can see we got some mountains here. You know what? It just... I had this and then we were actually going a little too slow, so I moved it. Now we did it again. Alright, so we need to check out our speed here as I click it away. So 134, so we need 139. And so I'm going to grab the speed here myself. Let's slow this puppy down about 180 for the time being. Alright, let me bring this range down here. I believe it was, what, 174 is the actual heading. So bring this around. 174, let's go ahead and hit the localizer. I've got auto brake set to 3. I'm going to go ahead and flip on the landing lights and the taxi lights. Well, I hope that doesn't bring us too close to those mountains. Where are you going? Alright, there it is, actually. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. Auto brakes, like I said, are set to 3. It's not a real long runway. And the brakes on this plane never seem like they're all that good either. Level off here for a second. Getting close to 200 knots, so I'm going to go ahead and put the flaps out to 1. Elevation is 6,263 feet. Keep that in mind, so we're about 5,000 above right now. Still can't make out the runway or anything. Now we gotta come back to the right and swing back left. Don't really like how this thing is going.
2,500.
Flaps going to 5. Because you can see the runway is going this way, so I'm not... Although I am thinking that there actually... She'll be quiet here in a second.
Additionally, footrests and video monitors must be returned to their original position. Thank you.
That the localizer actually doesn't bring you... It brings you over towards the runway, but it doesn't bring you straight in. Or does it? Because that does look more straight in. I was thinking that might be one of those weird ones. It'd be easier if I could actually see the runway. Flaps to 15 and gear coming down. See, I believe that's the runway going that way. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of the auto throttles. I will handle it. The speed, 139. Bring my marker over there. So I'm pretty sure that the runway is going like that. Although from the look of it, I mean, we're almost coming straight in. So it's kind of hard to tell. Bring down the power a little bit. Because I don't want to go over to the right and then find out, oh, I actually screwed that up. Autopilot is off. I'm sure we also need to get down. So what did I say the elevation was? 6,200. I saw a flash when I was looking away. I mean, that's gotta be it. Flaps going to 25? Not. I mean, I can see the light now, but I can't actually tell because it looks like it from the map. It's completely different, but it looks like it's going in that way now. Now, I don't trust the map on here. So, see, that says this has us lined up right there. But it doesn't look like it from the... Trying to make out the runway. So it might have had us right the first time. It still says we're a little high. So I'll let her get down a little more, although we're descending pretty rapidly.
2,500.
We just check and make sure gear is down and everything, yes. Get myself lined up. There's, well, now we can see the runway a little better. Or at least see the direction of the runway, I should say. Still need to get down. Still got a little more flaps to get out as well. So go ahead and go full flaps. Alright, at least we can see the runway now. Let's go ahead and work on reducing the power and get ourselves down a little better. About 16 knots too fast, but that's alright. We can work on it. Reduce the power a little more.
1,000.
Alright, so now we got a red. I think it does have a long threshold as well. So I'm going to pull up here just a little bit, increase the power. I don't want to get it... I almost feel like we're going to get too low and start pitching up.
400.
See, there we are.
300. Approaching minimums. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Got a little pitchy. It took us a while to get down. We may have broken something. Yep. Alright. Oh, man. We were coming in. It was actually doing a good job. And then I just butchered at the end. It got a little off to the side. It came down on one landing gear. Oh, man. We had it. I was feeling good about it there for a while. But at the end, I butchered it. Because we ended up getting back on the glide slope and everything. It wasn't too bad. And then I butchered it. Alright. Stop that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be taxiing for the next few minutes, so please remain seated.
And I don't know where we're going to park, because we're a little large for the airport. I remember we brought in the Airbus A320 in here a couple times.
Pockets and overhead bins for all personal belongings that you brought on board. Please take care when opening the overhead bins, as the contents may have shifted during flight.
Alright, come over here and I'll get these lights off. Probably shouldn't have done that. Probably should just look up. Landing lights off, strobe off. Flight director. TCAS. There we go. Yeah, I feel like I'd like another opportunity at that one. Because like I said, it felt like the approach at the end, we were actually doing pretty good. Got off a little to the side, and we're a little fast. And so that maybe you float a little, and then that's when we always get a little out of control. I think we pitched up a little bit too. We just kind of floated. It's harder to keep it on track when you're floating like that. Oh well, there will be more landings. I was surprised. I feel like I usually do better with the 757, doing like landing videos. I feel like it's always a pretty good plane for me, but we've had some decent ones. Like I say, I don't know where we're going to park exactly because it is a smaller airport. Not really made for 757s to come in. Mainly private jets and all that good stuff. It's a beautiful area, though. It's a touristy area, I think, too. But I don't think they come in on planes like this. Let's see. I think we might just have to, like, park out in the open. Just kind of pull up and stop. I feel like there's more parking down there than I remember. Tell you what, well, I was thinking we could go around that curve, but I don't know. I think I'm going to try it this way. I'm going to go down this red area. I should have gone around that curve, I think. Piper. Kind of just park ourselves over here. Probably totally in the way. Oh well, they'll have to just wait. You know what? I haven't seen the ground gremlins all of a sudden. That's kind of odd. Maybe we should come around this arc? I don't know. We're a little too big for that, though. Parking brake coming on. I wonder how much fuel exactly do we have? 6.3, 6.3. Alright. Trying to think. We'll just cut the fuel. I don't worry about the power. Because I gotta come back and fly her again in a second anyway. Yeah, it's unfortunate, though. Well, 2%. I mean, it's not horrible, but obviously we want 0. But 100% on our everything. Hopefully the money we've been making kind of makes up for it. Come on, air hauler. You can do it. Lake Tahoe. South Lake Tahoe. My parents went out there way back in the day. I'd like to go out there sometime. Beautiful. The lake and everything. Check out our financials. Continue. I'd like to see, actually, go to the bank loan, take out a loan, and then cancel it. Check out our cash. So it was 277 grand minus, of course, the expenses, but 277. Let's look at how much does it cost to repair that plane. Where is it to repair? Wow, it's actually 830. Well, but it's 8%, not just the 2%. So if you quartered that, it would be basically we're kind of broke even on that. Wow, we've got to be better with this plane. I don't understand the problem. Let's see, South Lake Tahoe. Where can we go? It's one of our bases. That's why I flew there. Because I knew we'd have stuff out there. Yeah. They're usually not huge ones. Oh, man. Well, we can't go 5,600 miles in this thing without making it stop. Yeah, they're usually not the highest paying jobs because it's a smaller airport. That'd be kind of cool. Juneau, I can't do that in 11 hours. I'm not sure where we're going to go. We shall see. I'll probably let it generate some more jobs, and I'll bring in some bigger ones. It's just regenerated today, but when I'm ready to fly, it regenerate. And since the 757 is there, it'll bring in some bigger jobs. That's usually how it works. Yeah, but well, that's not even Juneau. It's KUNU, not PHAN. Well, it's got a bunch of these to Juneau. Where is this Juneau that they speak of? 5,000 feet. Be tough. Alright, well, that's going to be the end of this episode, everybody. I hope you all did like it. I'll catch you guys on the next flight.